What's up internet, my name is Bear and welcome to a brand new video. Today back on Boku No Roblox, as usual, especially lately with this whole Christmas update, which I'm still really enjoying. I've done a bunch of Christmas raids, and as you could have probably told by the title, we have all the items on my account, and I'm gonna showcase them to you today so you can make an informed decision which item you will want if you have limited time to spend on the Christmas event. It's there until the 10th of January, so you have time. So we're gonna go over the items one by one. So the first item in the shop you can purchase is the ice sickle. So the ice sickle is pretty much a sickle or like a pickaxe kind of item. It's a melee weapon. It doesn't do any range damage except for its special ability, but it will actually do quite a bit of damage. Right, so this is probably a better place to actually test the item out. Once you hack with this weapon, it has a lot of attack speed, and it will do about 13,000 per hit, which is crazy high damage. Well, that's on my level though, so if you want to have my stats for reference, I have 17.5k strength, so that's what you need to do, about 13k damage with this item. So yeah, that is one thing this pickaxe does, and it's alright, you know, or sickle I should say. That's cool and all, but the main attraction for this item, why you would want it, is especially for its PvP ability that it has. Well, you could also use it in raids, but I think it's good for PvP. The iceberg. So if you use that, you'll freeze your enemy and do a whole bunch of damage to Deku that actually did not do that much damage because he has a lot of resistance, but the main thing is the freeze, so you can combo with another move. It is the item I would go for first if you're looking for a PvP weapon. The cooldown is very low on this attack. It's like 5 seconds or 6 seconds, and that will help you crowd control over your enemies, so you can actually stun them, sort of. This ability will actually really help you out if you have a quirk like mine, Tomorrow All For One, because Tomorrow All For One does not really have a stun or anything. So in this case, you can just stun them with the iceberg and then shoot all your abilities on your foe. All right, so now that we've shown off this weapon, let's move over to our next item on the list. So this item is something you're gonna wanna buy if you're looking to get a little more defense. So if you already have like the bunny ears or the Halloween armor, then, you know, it's still nice to have for a collectible, but I wouldn't say it's necessary because you already have your defensive item. If you don't have one of those yet, I do recommend going for those because they are super useful in protecting yourself a little bit more in PvP or in raids or whatever you're doing. I would recommend just getting it up until your maximum if you can. If you're gonna go for a defensive item, definitely make sure it's tier 3. It's also definitely the most expensive item if you want to up it all the way. So yeah, there's not much more to this item really, so yeah. And beyond that, we have another weapon, which is the ray gun, or well, as they call it here, Ornament blaster. Yeah, it's the Ornament blaster. So you get 2 blasters, as you can see. What this item does is pretty straightforward. You could have probably guessed it. It shoots a blast of an ornament. I think this is a really cool item because it has an area of effect, so you can hit multiple enemies at once. You can do a whole bunch of damage with it as well and stay out of range of your enemies. So you can just run away, keep shooting, and don't really take any damage. You can just literally keep running and the blast radius will take out your enemy. If you don't have a good range weapon, I would suggest going for this one because it's super useful if you don't have any other ranged attacks. So I would say it depends on your quirk. If you have a close combat quirk, you probably want to go for some range. If you have a ranged quirk or a quirk that has a pretty long range, then I would recommend going for the icicle. So that's a little bit of friendly advice from me, but we haven't really gone over its ultimate ability yet for this particular weapon. So what that does is it just shoots a larger blast. It just shoots a huge blast that has a big AoE. So that, I would say that is what you want to go for if you need a weapon for raids. So yeah, it's also good for leveling if you would want to take out multiple like criminals or something, if you're still working with that. But if you can get this one, you can already do raids, so yeah, raids is probably your best bet for leveling with those. Okay, so that was literally every item you can purchase. However, we still have one more item to go, which is the saber. So let's look at this thing first. Look at how freaking cool it looks though. It's obviously based on the lightsaber from Kylo Ren from Star Wars. It's a little different than that because it has a peppermint handle. So it's obviously based off a candy cane. Yeah, let's see how much damage it does, because it does not have any ranged attacks. It just has like a slice. It's supposed to do a lot of damage. It does like, yo, there we go, 16k damage on my level. So as you can see, I take out some more all for one really quickly. He's already taken out. Let's see what its ability does now that I'm not full health. You'll get a present, you'll eat something, and you'll become up to your health again. I think it heals up to 20% health. I'm not entirely sure on that, but it has like a 6-second cooldown, which is practically nothing, depending on the circumstances. Obviously, if you're in a PvP match and you're taking a lot of damage, it's not gonna heal you all the way, but at least it's gonna have that extra little bit of heal. For me, it's really nice because if I use my heal on tomorrow all for one and then cancel it, it has a 15-second cooldown, but then I have another heal now, which I can just use, and that will have a 10-second cooldown. Between those, I can just switch and have 2 heals on the ready. Depending on your quirk again, this will be a really good item. Okay, so beyond that, I don't really have anything else to share because we went over all the items. So yeah, my final verdict would be get all of the items, obviously, if you can. But if you have to choose, just consider what quirk you have. So if you have a long-range quirk, might want to go for the icicle, or if you don't have any stuns or anything, you know, any crowd control, that might be also something you want to go for. If that is not the case and you need ranged in your life because you have tail as a quirk or something, or I don't really know which other quirks are close combat, but I'm sure there are a lot. So if you have one of those quirks, then I would recommend going for the blasters, because then you need some ranged attacks. Plus, it's a really strong weapon on its own, regardless. So another scenario where you might want to go for the blasters is if you need a lot of area of effect damage, because of course the blaster leaves a blast radius that will take out multiple enemies at once. If you need a defensive item, then obviously go first for the Christmas lights, because they will help you defend yourself a little bit more. It's the most boring item, but it's also the most straightforward and, you know, practical use item you could get. So yeah, make an informed decision, and also try and get the saber, because it's really good too. If you already have all the items, also let me know in the comment section down below, because that's always nice to see how many people actually already gotten everything. For me, it didn't take that long to get all of them, so yeah, it's definitely doable, guys. Okay, and beyond that, I hope all of you had an amazing Christmas, and I hope you are getting ready for the New Year's and you're enjoying your Christmas breaks and all that. Let me go over to the outro screen so I can take you out of the video. See you there. All right, welcome to the outro screen. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know with a like rating down below. Make sure you check out that video over there. I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it as well. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you're subscribed if you're not subscribed yet, which you can do right over there. I know there's a lot of you that are not subscribed yet, so feel free to click that little button, and also hit the bell if you want to see the notification and you don't want to miss any videos in the future. Once again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. See you guys later. Bye bye.